All right, so I am back again with this pretty. You might notice that this is the pocket to my high-waisted jeans. I've taken the label off now, okay? I've taken the pocket off. It's going over here, not in the scrap pile, but near the scrap pile. These are the scraps that I have so far, falling apart, okay? So I'm gonna take all of this, throw it in the trash. Okay. This is my pocket. It's hanging off. Okay. I use my X-Acto knife to get it this far. I have to keep just chipping away at it till this peels off because I don't want to rip the background. Okay. So if you're just coming here for the first time, hi. Oh, these are pants. Okay, these are pants. Let's see. Let me see if I can hold it up for you. These are pants. Okay. But I'm turning it into an apron. And I'm doing that by making, well, these are leaves at the bottom, making flowers at the top. But I'm using scraps from the bottom to make the design at the top to cover up the back of these jeans. I was gonna just leave the pocket there. You see the pocket hanging off? I was going to leave the pocket on, but I decided to take the pockets off so that I can put the design on the pocket as well, and then just make the whole front of these jeans look formal. The back will still be just scrappy old jeans. But now this black denim is going to be stabilizer. You see that? These are brand new, but they are the jeans that have holes in it. I decided that I didn't want that to be a part of this design. And so I went back to the sewing machine or the drawing board, and I'm taking the pockets off so that I could feel the whole back side with these ruffled gathers. Well, these gathers, tight gathers. Yep. So sometimes you have one idea in mind and you just have to start over. Have you ever done that before? Just have to totally start over. And that's what I'm doing now. So, yeah, I'm starting over with this project. Well, not starting over, I'm revamping my idea. I guess that's how I can say it. How would you say it? I don't know. I just know that something about this design has to change, and I don't know what it is yet. So I'm going to do like I do when I'm creating art and just put it together. And most times it comes together. But I will show you this. Okay, that's the sewing machine under there. And this is just half skirt that I use to connect to the top of denim jeans. And this is the pocket that's hanging off, falling apart, okay? This is the pocket that I've already taken off, successfully taken off, okay? That's removed, and I cut up a dress, okay? And when I was cutting this dress, I noticed that this pink in my project. So naturally, I decided to make strips out of this, probably cover the pocket with these strips, and then continue with my flowers. And then we'll have to see what becomes of it. That's all I know. I do, however, let me move this knife because I do not want it to drop on my foot. Okay, that's my X-Acto knife that I was using to strip away the pocket. Okay, these are some of the strips that I have left. Let me hang them up there for you. Yeah, these are some of the strips that I have left. Well, now I'm going to use this pink to make more strips. And my rule of thumb is, as you can see on the edge here, is to use my decorative edge scissors so that when I make my ruffles, they can come out like this with a decorative edge, and they fray less when you do that. So that's what it is. So thank you for asking what's that, because now that you've asked, that gave me a chance to talk a little. Well, what I'm going to do now is use my decorative edge scissors, take pink fabric. You see this pile of pink fabric that I have from cutting up a dress, and this is the bottom of that dress. I was able to get a lot of fabric out of that, so you'll probably see this again. I'm going to start a new project in the future with that. Probably knowing me, it might be a bag. Yeah, probably a bag. And what else? I like bags. So, yeah. So I got a big deal of fabric from that. Cost me nothing except to cut up a dress that I already have that I wasn't going to use. I do not like that style, so I have a lot of fabric. See, it's in my lap. Okay, I have a lot of fabric. I would say the amount of fabric that I got from that dress was an exorbitant amount because the dress was weird. It had, well, let me see if I can show you. The dress had like so much fabric. Oh my. There's no way I would have worn that. Look at this. Let me spread this out so that you can see how much fabric. This here is almost a half of a yard. Do you see that? I have to even pull the camera back. Look at that. That's a lot from that dress, from the one dress. That's just one piece of probably 4 to 5 pieces. This is another piece. So while I think that dress was a design flaw and that I didn't make, it was good for me in the end because I get to cut it up and use all of this fabric. What's that? Because this is my project that I'm making. I just wanted to come on to show you that I have a lot of fabric. That's a way for you to save money. Cut up something that you don't need. When you need to rethink your project, go ahead and do that. You'll like it better in the end. All right, so I hope you're doing well the way you are tonight. And if you're not, I hope you'll be getting better soon. And as usual, I encourage you to like something at Aunt B's Homestead, subscribe to something, preferably this page, and visit some of the shorts and the videos that I have here on this page. So if you have something that you want me to look at on your page, let me know. I'll come over. But right now, I'm going to get my station cleaned up and I'm going to call it a night. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.